Hello students. Last time we have seen some parts of the female reproductive system like pair of ovaries, pair of oviduct, uterus, vagina. Okay. Now we'll see the further next part of this female reproductive system, that is external genitalia, that is vulva, and last part, that is the glands which are associated with female reproductive system. Female reproductive system, two glands are there, Bartholin's gland and mammary glands. Okay, first of all we will see the external genitalia, means it is the external genital organ of the female. Okay, it is also called as external genitalia or vulva. Okay. Now this external genital organ of female includes the external, means it is located external to the vagina. It is located external to the vagina, that is called as vulva. This external genital organ or vulva is made up of different parts. The first one is vestibule, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris and mons pubis. Okay, these are the different 5 parts of the vulva or external genital organ. Okay, first of all we see the figure or the diagram of this external genital organ. Now see, the first part is the vestibule. Okay, this is the vestibule. This vestibule is the median vertical depression of vulva enclosing urethral and vaginal opening. Means this particular structure shows the urethral opening and vaginal opening, upper urethral opening and lower vaginal opening. Okay, now see, this is the central part, that central part is called as central median vertical depression. Okay, this part is called as vestibule. Okay, and this vestibule shows two openings, that is upper opening is called as urethral opening. Okay, urethral opening, and lower opening is called as vaginal opening. This is the urethral opening and lower one is the vaginal opening. This is the central median vertical depression of vulva, that is the central part of the vulva. Okay, this central part or the median part is surrounded by the labia minora. Labia minora means what? It is the thin skin fold. It is the skin fold. Both the labia majora and labia minora, these are the skin folds. Okay, this is the outermost skin fold and this one is the innermost skin fold. Okay, immediately this vestibule, after vestibule immediately there is a minor fold or the thin skin fold which is inner to the labia majora is called as labia minora. Okay, now this is the labia minora. Okay, just outside the labia minora there is a labia majora, that is a pair of skin fold, means it is also pair. This is the we can say thin fold which is in pair. Okay, and just below this labia minora it forms a structure that is fourchette. Posteriorly it forms a structure that is fourchette. This is the fourchette. Okay, just outside the labia minora there is a major fold. That major fold, it is in pair skin fold forming a boundary of vulva. Okay, forming a boundary of vulva. Now see, this is the major fold or outer fold. Okay, this outer fold is called as labia majora. labia majora. Inner fold labia minora, and this central median vertical depression, that is the vestibule, and this vestibule possesses two openings. The upper opening is called as urethral opening, and lower opening is called as vaginal opening. This is the vaginal opening. And anterior side of this fold, labia majora, it forms a sensitive structure, that is clitoris. Is the clitoris. Okay. The first one, that is the central median portion, that is median vertical depression vulva enclosing urethral and vaginal opening. Okay. Next, that is the major fold labia majora, pair of skin fold forming boundary of the vulva. Okay. And they are homologous to the scrotum. Scrotum means it is the part of male reproductive system, scrotum, in which the testes are suspended. Like in male there is a scrotum, in female there is a vulva. Okay, vulva means that is the labia majora. Labia majora are homologous to the scrotum of male. Okay. And this particular fold, major fold, outermost fold, it surrounds and protects the other parts of the vulva. Okay. Next part is that is labia minora. It is the thin innermost fold. It is located or placed inner to the labia majora, and it merge posteriorly to form a fourchette. It merge posterior. This is the anterior part, this one is the posterior part. This merged into labia minora, merged into a posterior part, that is the fourchette. This is called as fourchette. Okay. Next, that is the clitoris. Clitoris means it is a small conical projection anteriorly present to the labia majora. Means it is a small projection. It is formed by the labia majora and placed anteriorly. It is small and conical projection, and it is made up of erectile tissue. During the sexual intercourse, the blood is forced into this clitoris, and it becomes little bit swollen. Okay. And this is made up of erectile tissues, and it is homologous to the penis. Okay, it is homologous. Clitoris is homologous to the penis of male. That's why clitoris is also called as pseudopenis. It is also called as pseudopenis of female. Okay. Next, that is mons pubis. Mons pubis means what? It is the fleshy elevation above the labia majora. Means this is the outer part of labia majora. Okay, it's called as mons pubis, fleshy elevation above the labia majora. Mons pubis and outer part of labia majora shows the pubic hairs. Okay, means this part outer to the labia majora, this part is called as mons pubis. This outermost part, mons pubis. This is the structure of vulva, or structure of external genital organ of the female. Okay, external structure, genital organ of the female. Okay. Next part, that is accessory sex glands or accessory reproductive glands of female. Accessory reproductive glands of female. There are two glands are associated with female reproductive system. The first gland is Bartholin's gland, and second gland is Bartholin's gland, and second gland is mammary gland. Now see the Bartholin gland. Okay, if we see the female reproductive system, in female reproductive system, suppose this is the female reproductive system. These are the oviducts. I will not draw the full diagram. Now see, this is the uterus and vagina. Okay. On the inner side of vagina, on either side of vagina, these glands are located. Okay. These glands are located. These glands are called as Bartholin's gland. These glands are called as Bartholin's gland. Two glands are present. A pair of gland is located in the vagina and opens into the vestibule. This gland secretes a lubricating fluid. Means this gland secretes a lubricant. This gland secretes lubricant. Why there is a need of lubricant? Because during the sexual intercourse, there should be the easy penetration of penis into the vagina. Okay. For the easy penetration, this gland secretes a special fluid, lubricating fluid or lubricant for the easy penetration of the penis into vagina. Okay. And these Bartholin's gland are homologous to the bulbourethral gland of the male. Bulbourethral gland, in case of male, bulbourethral gland or Cowper's gland secretes a lubricant. Okay. In case of male, Cowper's gland of male secretes lubricant. In case of female, Bartholin gland secretes the lubricant. That's why these Bartholin's glands are homologous to the bulbourethral gland of the male. Okay. Now next gland, that is the mammary gland. Next gland, that is the mammary gland. Mammary glands, these mammary glands are in pair, means two glands are present on the ventral thoracic wall of the female. Okay, these glands are in pair, rounded and located on the ventral thoracic wall of the female. Okay. Now the development of these glands occurs during the puberty. Puberty means that is the maturity. The particular maturity age or the puberty age means in female, in girls, 13 years onwards. Okay, these glands starts to develop. And for the development or growth of these glands, in female there is a production in the body, female body. There is a production of certain hormones like estrogen and progesterone. These hormones are responsible for the growth and development of the mammary glands. Okay, means that mammary glands in the particular age of puberty, that a female or that girl remains in the influence of these hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Okay. And during the time of delivery or the parturition, pregnancy, another hormone is another hormone works. That hormone is prolactin. Prolactin works after delivery, because this prolactin is also called as milk ejecting hormone, because after delivery these mammary glands secretes milk. Okay, now this mammary glands are the modified sweat glands. Modified means it is the modification of sweat gland, and it is made up of fatty connective tissue and lactiferous ducts. Means the gland is made up of fatty connective tissue, means it is made up of fats. Okay, fatty connective tissues and lactiferous ducts. Now these glands is also made up of glandular tissue. Glandular tissue means that is the that glands means we can say lactiferous glands. Lactiferous glands means mammary glands is made up of glandular tissue, which is made up of mammary lobes, and these mammary lobes is made up of alveoli and lactiferous ducts. Now this alveoli opens into mammary tubules, alveolus opens into mammary tubules, and mammary tubules opens into mammary ducts. Means all the mammary tubules, alveoli opens into mammary tubules, means mammary tubules are connected to alveoli. All the mammary tubules joins to form a mammary duct. All the mammary ducts joins to form a swelling, that is sinus, that is the ampulla or sinus. Okay, mammary sinus. It is also called as mammary sinus, and all the ampulla are opens into all the swollen part or the ampulla. All the ampulles are opens into lactiferous duct, and lactiferous duct finally opens into a nipple. All the lactiferous ducts finally opens into nipple, that is the tip of the breast. Nipple means that is the tip of the breast. Now see, this nipple shows the specific dark colored circular area. Means at the base of nipple, it shows the dark colored circular area of the skin. That dark colored area is called as areola. Now we'll see the vertical section or the sectional view or section view of mammary gland. The first of all we will see the thoracic wall. That is, the thoracic wall will show the ribs. Okay, ribs. Suppose this is the thoracic wall and it shows the ribs. This is the rounded ribs. In between ribs there are intercostal muscles. These are the ribs. Rounded are the ribs. Consider these are the ribs. Okay. Above this part, in front this part, there are muscles that is related. These are the muscles. Pectoralis. Okay. Which type of muscles? Pectoralis. Means these muscles, these are the ribs. In between ribs there are intercostal muscles. These are the intercostal muscles. Okay. And this particular pectoralis muscles. Okay. Pectoral region of the female. Okay. Pectoralis, major muscles. Okay, pectoralis, major muscles. Now see the particular structure. Okay. Now see the muscle. Okay. This is the mammary gland. Okay, and this mammary gland is made up of. This mammary gland is made up of glandular tissue. Glandular tissue means it shows the number of alveoles. Okay, number of alveoles, and these alveoles secretes a milk. Okay, and these alveoles opens into mammary ducts. Okay, mammary ducts opens into mammary ducts, and all these ducts opens into a sinuses. And all the sinuses opens into sinuses means swollen part. Mammary tubules opens into sinuses, and all the sinuses opens into lactiferous duct. All the lactiferous ducts opens into a nipple. Okay. Now this is the alveoli, or it is a part of mammary lobes. Okay, part of mammary lobes, alveoli. Okay, and this alveoli opens into mammary tubes. These are the mammary tubes, and all the mammary tubes opens into a sinuses. Okay, mammary sinus, ampulla, mammary sinuses, or it is also called as ampulla. Okay, and all the ampullus opens into a lactiferous ducts, and lactiferous ducts opens into a special structure, that is the nipple. Okay. Okay, now see, this is the glandular tissue, these are the alveoli. Okay, and alveoli opens into all the alveoli. These alveoli produce milk secreting glands. These are the milk secreting glands. All the alveoli opens into mammary tubes. All the mammary tubes joins to form ampullae, Solon structure, or the sinuses. Okay, mammary sinuses or ampullae. All the ampullae opens into lactiferous ducts, and all the lactiferous ducts opens into nipple. Okay, that's why this gland is called as a milk secreting gland. And this is the, and around this glandular tissue there is a fatty tissue, or fat is present. This is the fat. Okay, fatty tissue is present, or it is also called as fat or fatty tissue, fat tissue. Okay, this is the section view of mammary gland. Figure section view of mammary gland. Section view of mammary gland. Section view of mammary gland. And at the base of this nipple, this is the nipple. At the base of this nipple, the particular skin part shows the brown color or the dark colored structure. That part is called as areola. Okay, this is regarding the remaining part of the female reproductive system. Okay, next time we will see the further part of the female reproductive system. Okay, till then, goodbye.